video, I'm going to talk you through my 5 top Beauty Pie skincare picks for mature over 60 skin, just like mine. This video is not sponsored, nor were any of these products gifted, nor do I have a discount code. But I have noticed that a lot of women are really interested in Beauty Pie, but are just a little bit afraid maybe to dip their toe into the water. So this video, I hope, will help you to choose if you do decide to join. And actually the membership is free at the moment. You've got a trial for 60 days. If you do decide to dip your toe into the water, these are the products that I think are really great skincare products from Beauty Pie. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Des, I'm over 60 and I love to talk about makeup, skincare, clothes and other bits and bobs that make me happy. I also have a website called Beauty by Des and I'm on Insta and Facebook too. So what is Beauty Pie and how does it work? Well, it's calling itself these days a buyer's club, but I would call it a subscription service because you pay a subscription and for that you get access to much lower priced beauty products than you would if you were trying to buy them on the high street or ordering them from a recognised website like Cult Beauty, for example. And how do they do this? Well, they buy straight from the manufacturers. There are apparently only a certain number of labs across the world that produce beauty products, and Beauty Pie have gone straight to those labs to ask them to manufacture beauty products for their brand. And that means they can cut out the middleman. They don't need to be in stores like Cult Beauty or physical stores like Ulta or Boots. They can just go straight to the consumer, and that's how they manage to keep the cost down. And they do benchmark their products to make sure that they are as good as or better than the products that we already know and love and pay quite a high price for. Now at the moment, as I mentioned earlier, the membership is actually free for 60 days, so you can dip your toe into the water and purchase products without having to pay a membership fee, which is amazing. Now I paid £59 for my membership a few months ago, and I must say it did take me a very long time to dip my toe into the water, partly because I didn't want to be tied to a membership and then feel like I had to purchase products from that particular company. But I'll talk a bit about that a little more in a moment and how it works for me. But also because, unfortunately, quite a lot of their products contain fragrance, and I'm allergic to fragrance. Well, I'm allergic to certain types of fragrance. I'm allergic to Citral and its derivatives, and I'm also allergic to something called Peruvian Balsam, which is tied into vanilla. So anything that's got vanilla or its derivatives in it, I can't use either. And it seemed to me like there were quite a limited number of Beauty Pie products that didn't contain these additives. However, I have narrowed it down to a few, and I'm really glad I have because I do really love these products. Now, just a little bit more about the cost of Beauty Pie. So for my £59 a year, I can purchase products to the value of £3,600. Now, that isn't the cost that to the Beauty Pie member, that £3,600. That is the value that is put on the products by Beauty Pie. So for example, one of the products that I'm going to talk about a bit later is their vitamin C capsules. Now, Beauty Pie put a value of £60 for those capsules, which they say is what you would pay on the high street. And actually they're right, because I looked at Elizabeth Arden and actually they charge £77 for theirs and the ingredients are really quite similar. But so what that £3,500 a year means is you can purchase a box of, say, those capsules for £60, but actually you're not paying £60. You're only actually paying £14.71. But what it means is it gives you this amazing buying power to buy luxury products like these vitamin C capsules, but for a fraction of the price. And what I've done actually in this video is, as I talk through the products, I'm going to tell you what it would cost you if you paid, for example, the £59 membership, which is what I pay. In practice, you probably wouldn't just buy one product throughout the year, but I thought it would be worth calculating that just to show you that I really think these 5 products have a value and are really worth the membership. And just a little bit about the founder as well, and why I decided to buy into Beauty Pie, as it were, because I think the founder, Marcia Kilgore, is a fantastic entrepreneur and I really believe in the products that she has produced. So she started off with a company called Bliss, which I think was a spa, but they now do products as well. I was aware of them, but I didn't really use them. But where she came to my notice was when she started a company called FitFlop. And they are a company that produce flip-flops, but they are good for your feet, so they are really comfortable to wear. They take into account your arch of your foot, and they're very, very soft and comfortable, and they're really good for you and good for your feet, but they don't look like orthopedic shoes, and I think they're great. I've got a couple of pairs myself. So that's how I first heard about her. But she also has another couple of companies. One's called Sopa Duper and another one's called Soap and Glory, and they're both available here in the UK and I believe in the States as well. She is actually American, but I think she's based in Europe or maybe based in the UK now. But she's an amazing woman. She's younger than me. She's been at it since she was in her 20s, I think. She's had an amazing trajectory, and I think because she's a woman and because she's kind of in our age space, she understands the products and the things that we are looking for as mature women, and I really appreciate that. And also to say that Beauty Pie is cruelty-free, and some of their products are vegan, but not all. And like I said at the beginning, some of them have fragrance and some don't. So let's start with product number 1, and it's the Beauty Pie Ultralight UVA UVB SPF 25 sunscreen. So what does it do? Well, the blurb says it's like sunscreen, hydrating moisture milk and foundation primer all rolled into one. It's loaded with licorice, lecithin and hydrating hyaluronic acid. So the licorice is there to reduce redness and soothe the skin. The hyaluronic acid is there obviously to keep moisture into your skin and hydrate it. And the betaine is derived from sugar beets, which is supposed to temporarily decrease the visible depths of wrinkles, giving the skin a much smoother appearance. So I suppose that's why they're saying it's a bit like a primer. So how much does it cost? Well, it cost me £9.14 for one bottle, and it lasts me a couple of months. So if I were to buy 6 bottles a year, it would cost me £19 a bottle if I added in the £59 membership. Now, I don't think £19 a bottle is too bad. It's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive either. So why did I choose it? Well, I chose it initially because I wanted to try it out because it didn't have any fragrance in it, and I was always looking for a decent SPF, and I think it's fantastic. It doesn't pill under makeup. It feels really lovely on the skin. It's got a nice liquidity to it, but it's not too liquidy. And it just goes on and is absorbed by the skin really quickly. And of course, it doesn't smell of anything. I mean, compared to some liquidy type SPFs that can either pill or they have an unpleasant smell, even if they're not fragrant. Some of them just smell a bit sort of weird. In fact, in the video where I covered the SPFs, you can see 1 or 2 of them. I think the very cheapest one was the Bondi one, I think, just didn't smell very pleasant, even though it didn't actually have fragrance in it. But there you are, I've rubbed it in. It looks nice and smooth. I mean, whether it's smoothed out any wrinkles or not, I don't know. But I don't expect my SPF to do that. But I think it's a really great product, and I have already repurchased. I think that's my 3rd bottle now. So number 2 of my skincare picks from Beauty Pie are the vitamin C capsules. And this is them here. In fact, this is my 2nd box and I haven't actually opened it yet, so I shall open it on camera for you. But let me just tell you what the blurb says. So it says, our super targeted one-shot capsules hold high doses of stable actives so you can up the skincare ante as and when needed with a simple twist, squeeze and a tap, which I'll show you in a minute. Our super active capsules with a dose of pure vitamin C is boosted with vitamin C acetate for moisture and antioxidization. They also help to firm, smooth and brighten, minimise the appearance of lines and wrinkles and help even out skin tone. It's a daily must-have anti-aging vitamin dose for your skin. So how much does it cost? Well, if you bought one of these boxes 4 times a year, which would cover you for the whole year, it's £14.71 per box, and then if you add your £59 membership, it would cost you £29.46 per purchase, which is a lot cheaper than the Elizabeth Arden capsules, which are very similar, and they are £77 a box. So if you're only paying £29 as opposed to £77, that's pretty good, I'd say. So why did I choose these capsules? Well, I was looking for a combination of vitamin C and vitamin E, because I'm sure, as many of you know, the holy grail, the gold standard that all beauty editors talk about and all skin specialists talk about, is the CE Ferulic by SkinCeuticals, which costs £149 or thereabouts per little bottle. Now, I have used that and I have bought it and I've managed to get it on special offer now and again. But it is super expensive. I mean, that is a lot. And I mean, I don't know how long the bottle lasts you, but maybe 3 months. You are supposed to use more than I was using it when I first got it. I was so precious about it because it was so expensive. I was just putting a tiny little drop in my hands, and then by the time it's got on your hands and then on your face, you've lost some anyway. So let's open the box, as it were, or open the bottle. So this is the tiny little capsule here. And as you can see, it's got a weeny tiny little twisty thing, a bit like on a balloon. It's like a little mini balloon. And you just twist the top off like that. Oh, you have to be careful because the cream starts to come out immediately. And there it is. Now, like I say, I've used this before. This is my second bottle and it feels so lovely. It's beautifully creamy. It feels very velvety, actually. Oh, gosh, that's so nice. Let me put it on there. I don't want to waste any. And it rubs into the skin very quickly. It absorbs into the skin beautifully. And there it is. It's gone in. It's drying down. I can feel it as it dries down and sinks into my hand. You can't smell a thing, which is just what I want. And you are just left with beautiful velvety skin, just like that. So number 3 is the Super Healthy Skin Cleanser, and this is it here. So what does it do? Well, the blurb says it's formulated in Japan with natural aloe juice, niacin-rich rice bran oil and cold-pressed baobab sriracha oil. It's deeply purifying, emulsifying and softening, an awesome multi-action hot oil double cleansing balm. Now it tells you how to use it. It says rub a grape-sized amount onto dry palms, warm it to soften, then apply to your face. So how much does it cost? Well, it's £13.15. And if you bought 6 in a year, if you added that to your £59 a year membership, it would cost you £23 a pot, which is very comparable to Clinique's Take the Day Off, which I think is about the same price. It might be slightly more. Now, why did I choose it? Well, I thought it would be interesting to try a Beauty Pie product that was similar to Take the Day Off, which I really like and is often the gold standard for people, the holy grail, as a balm cleanser. And I really like a balm cleanser. It's funny, you know, I used to love an oil cleanser back in the day, but balm cleansers are definitely more my shtick now. And I find they take nearly all, if not all, my makeup off. So this is what it looks like. It comes in a very nice heavy jar actually, which is recyclable. In fact, I think nearly all their products are recyclable. And as you can see, I've used quite a bit. And it's very honey-like. There it is. And it definitely feels honey-like, and it really does get all my makeup off. I think it's a really great cleanser. I prefer it to Take the Day Off because I think it's a little bit thicker, but also it's easier to get out a smaller amount from the jar than it is with Take the Day Off. I used to find that I was taking too much off at once, or taking too much out of the jar rather. So that's number 3 in my top Beauty Pie skincare products for mature skin. So number 4 in my top skincare Beauty Pie picks for mature skin is this lip balm here. And it is called the Super Healthy Skin Nourishing Lip Balm SPF 30. It's a mix of pure olive oil squalane, soothing licorice fatty acids, avocado and grapeseed oils, super vitamin C to help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, although I don't think I have fine lines and wrinkles on my actual lips, but hey ho, soothing citrus unshu peel extract, plus it's naturally flavoured with sweet orange peel oil. So there you go. So how much does it cost? It costs £9.74. Now I haven't done a calculation of if you were only buying this and you paid your £59 membership to see whether it's worth it, because I don't think you would necessarily do that. I don't know. But anyway, I've only just bought it, but I really love it. And this is what it looks like here. Now, I've really struggled to find a lip balm that doesn't have fragrance in it, and this one doesn't have fragrance in it. Yay! My only caveat is that it does have some kind of citrus oil in it. Now, I don't think I'm allergic to citrus oil per se. I know I'm allergic to Citral and its derivatives, but they are not mentioned in the ingredients. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this is not a product that's going to make my seborrheic dermatitis flare up, which is what I get. That's the reaction I get if I use a product that has the fragrances that I'm allergic to in. Anyway, let me apply it for you. I've already got lipstick on, and actually I've put some over the top. It's absolutely lovely. And you can see that it's giving a nice sheen, pouty, a nice sheen to my lips. So why did I choose it? Well, I must caveat why I chose it by saying that actually on the Beauty Pie website, it doesn't say that it doesn't contain fragrance, which is always a slight puzzle, because if it did contain it, you'd say it, and if it didn't, you would say it, wouldn't you? But because it's got some fruit oils in it, I think that's probably why they don't say it's completely fragrance free. But anyway, it feels great on my lips and it doesn't feel greasy, so I really like wearing it, and I'm hoping that it's not going to make my seborrheic dermatitis flare up. So that's the Super Healthy Skin Nourishing Lip Balm. So number 5 in my top skincare picks from Beauty Pie for mature women is this face mask. And it is called the Japan Fusion 10-Minute Miracle Sheet Mask, which may be a little bit of an overstatement, but I think it's a great mask. Anyway, let me tell you what the blurb says. It is a 10-minute nano emulsion sheet mask that erases the exhaustion from your face. Who doesn't want that? It's infused with plant squalane, phospholipids and hypoallergenic white mushroom polysaccharides, which apparently is more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. Have a few around for a hangover face, as a pre-makeup base, or in your carry-on case. So it costs £6.10, and you will see from the insert I have used it before. This is my second purchase and I really loved it. But there are a few caveats to it, and one of them is you can't walk around in it because it will just fall off. Now, I chose it because I thought it would be fun to try a face mask. I hadn't tried a face mask for years, and when I saw that this particular face mask didn't have any fragrance in it, and it would be on my skin for 10 minutes. I mean, that's not all that long, so it wouldn't kill me to have fragrance on my skin for a few minutes, but I just thought it would be worth trying something that definitely didn't have fragrance in it, that felt good on the skin, and it really, really did. It feels absolutely lovely, and my skin looked glowy afterwards. If you're looking for something to revive you, if you're going out on a date night or you're going to a party and you want to treat yourself, you can lie down for a few minutes and listen to your favourite podcast or some relaxing music. Pop your face mask on, leave it for 10 minutes, just shut your eyes and wallow in the gorgeousness that you can feel seeping into your skin. Then when you take it off and rinse it off, you'll be all glowy. Okay, it's a temporary measure, it's not going to last you forever, but oh my gosh, it feels so lovely, and I highly recommend giving it a go. So there you have it. Those are my 5 Beauty Pie skincare picks for mature skin. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. And don't forget to check out my blog for more useful intel on Beauty Pie and other brands. And leave me a comment below and let me know, what do you think about Beauty Pie? Do you like their skincare product? Have I made you think about joining Beauty Pie? I'd be really interested to know what you think. And also let me know, would you be interested in me doing a Beauty Pie makeup top picks? I have done a makeup Beauty Pie review, but let me know if you'd like me to do some more Beauty Pie makeup videos. And thanks again so much for watching, and I hope you're all doing really well, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye!